somebody up to run that for you, right? Is that what
I got one.
Oh, you do?
Cool.
Hey, if I have my surface set up here, you just hit Coach's eye when we're on the power play and just set it so I can record that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
I would really appreciate it.
Do you just want those of them, honestly?
Yeah, that's all. And really, anytime we're on the power play, that would be awesome. So, I gotta show these guys what we're doing. Otherwise, they'll look fucking bad. So yeah, all you have to do is just set it up like that for over there, right here.
Yep.
And or wherever, whatever. Anyway, the app's right down there. Just hit it. It's just that little thing right there. So it's just because I app and then just word that.
Yes. Yes and yes. Got it. Okay, the blood. Card's good, right? What? Yeah, it's on you. Use that movie.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from the Edge Ice Arena on the east surface of the 2 sheets of ice. Just about set for the opening face-off between your Steamboat Sailors and the hometown Chatfield Chargers. Should be a great night as Chatfield is coming in. This is their senior night, and so obviously a little bit more to play for. And, of course, their season hasn't gone quite as they would have liked to. I believe they've only picked up 2 wins so far in the year. And they're facing off against a pretty solid Steamboat Sailors team here. Steamboat squad is 9-3-1 on the year so far. Another really big game here for Steamboat as they are coming in. This is a league matchup, and they need to rattle off as many victories inside of their conference as they can because it's coming down to playoff ranking time. And, of course, they're going to make sure, or they're going to want to make sure, at least in their conference. The tie to Fort Collins at the Howie Dome last weekend, well, it didn't help, it didn't hurt, but it definitely would have been nicer to come out with a victory. They'll have a little shot at redemption here within 2 weeks as they head down to NOCO. I believe that is actually 2 weeks from this weekend. So for now, it is your Steamboat Sailors taking on the Chatfield Chargers. Going to be a real good matchup here. Like I said, we're at the Edge Ice Arena, so the Sailors have traveled down. They've made the long bus ride, and here they are ready to go for a big matchup again in conference game. And you can't stress enough the paramount and the importance of these ones for your Steamboat Sailors, especially coming down the home stretch of this season and trying to make that playoff push. We're looking at about 17 minutes on the clock. Teams are getting announced, and then we're going to have the anthem. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll call it 2.5 minutes, Monica. 2.5 minutes for that opening face-off right here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM.
Starting at
back in, ladies and gentlemen. Puck is down and we're underway. This is first period action from the Edge Ice Arena. Your Steamboat Sailors donning their away black uniforms, red numbers, white trim. Chatfield in their home whites, maroon numbers and trim. And Steamboat is right to left on the radio dial here in the first period of play. Just underway. It looks as though we're going to get a quick icing called against the hometown Chargers. It'll be coming back about 170 feet for the face-off that will be inside the Chatfield end. As I was kind of talking about here just a second ago, it's a pretty big matchup for your Steamboat Sailors here today. A team that on paper they should probably handle, but obviously there's a reason that you play the games, and I'm happy to have in for a little bit of assistance and some color commentary. I'm happy to have Davis Fry along for the ride here. We're just underway. Steamboat's right to left on the radio dial here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Big booming check from Kempers to open things up, and the puck will be worked up ice now as Steamboat will peel off. They get some. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into the Edge Ice Arena. And we're just about underway trying to figure out this technology thing. It's really difficult for me, so I apologize. But we are got the opening face-off. First minute of play is just about gone here from the Edge Ice Arena in Denver, Colorado. Long pass up ice from Steamboat. That was McNamara looking for Nate Kelly on the far side. He was unable to connect with that feed, and so it comes all the way back to the Sailors' end for a face-off that'll stay inside that Steamboat zone. Patrick Sumner got the start here today for your Steamboat Sailors. And we're looking at about 15:57 left in first period play. Scoreless from the Edge Ice Arena. It's going to be a draw that's won by Chatfield. Shot is going to be steered aside by Sumner into the far side corner. Comes up the wall. Kelly picks it up. He fires up to G-Mac. And Graham McNamara gains the offensive end. Sends one to LaPointe. He's wide open and fans on the shot. He found himself all alone in the slot, but ended up ripping it just wide. Now sent out front again into the crease and out once more as Chatfield able to clear the trash. Good forecheck put on by the Sailors. Comes to the slot again. A shot and a goal. Nate Kelly opens up the scoring just a minute and a half into this one. Your Sailors take the 1-0 lead on senior night here from the Edge. That's exactly what the Steamboat Sailors wanted to do.
They got a lot of traffic in front of the Chatfield net, so that netminder was really, he just was unable to see the puck. So that's what caused that goal. Great shot as well.
Tough for them to read it off of the back end as well. So Nicholas Farraco Hadlock is your goalie right now for the Chargers. For all those who were anxious to know that one. 15:21 left and ticking down in first period play. It's going to be taken by the Chargers. They try and just clear their own end. They're able to do so successfully. Into the neutral zone it comes, and working off ice, this is Calvin Knight. Knight tries to get it in deep. 15:09 left here, and that ended up going in on goal. And Sumner had to steer that one to the far corner, and it will be a face-off that comes back out to the neutral zone. Draw is going to come to the near side of the sheet of ice, just in front of the press box. Apologies for the blurriness here, but the Edge is unique in that it has netting all the way around the sheet of ice, and so that really messes with any camera work that you try to do. I tell you that from a lot of experience here at the Edge. Davis, you know as well. It's going to be worked now by Chatfield in their own end. Good little toe drag back there by Anthony Dean. Worked up the near side. And it'll be taken by David Thiel. He keeps it in the zone, tries to get through two defenders, bumped off the puck. It's worked out at the far side by Jack Brown. He tries to get in a deep, big hit there, though, by Thiel. And it looks as though he's going to be whistled down for a penalty. He also took the brunt on that one. But no, they're saying it's going to be a hold against Chatfield. Jack Brown headed the box for two. And a power play for your Sailors early on with the 1-0 lead here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. And now headed to the man advantage. It's going to be a face-off. That'll happen to the blocker side of Hadlock. Now off of the draw. LaPointe's out there with McNamara. There's a lot of people in front of me, so seeing people on the near side of the ice is not easy. Why didn't they make the press box Vlad capable? I don't know. Here comes Luke Borgering from behind his own net, right up the middle of the ice. Sends it over to the near side. Kelly picks it up on his backhand, in across the offensive blue line, and deep into the corner, now behind Gretzky's office to the far side. Kelly peels out, gets his man in the high slot. Shot there from Colombo, stopped. Rebound picked up by Grant McNamara. He tries to center out front, and it comes all the way to the blue line. Kelly keeps it in there, has a little bit of help from Borgering, who walks that line, gives it back to Kelly, and he rips a shot. That one steered aside by Farako Hadlock. Out to the blue line, no further. Chargers cannot clear their own end. Here's Colombo. Near side to Kelly. One-touch pass to Borgering. Back to Kelly. And he rips one that hit off his own man in front. Grant McNamara feeling that, and we'll see bruising tomorrow. It's going to be sent down the length of the sheet and be quickly fired up by Sumner. Found LaPointe, but he's just going to peel back to his own zone. Deeper he goes until he finally turns out, picks up a head of steam at the red line. He gets knocked off the puck there and is able to at least work it in deep. It's going to be scooped up there by Sullivan. Tries to fight out of the near side corner. Harassed, but able to do so. Gets it to Borgerding. Back to Sullivan near side. And Sullivan goes to Borgerding, but a little too far for him, and it clears all the way back into the neutral zone. Borgerding has to retrieve at his own blue line. Gives one off to Thiel. Thiel tried to make a move there, but got dispossessed, and Chargers take over. 20 seconds left here on the man advantage for your Steamboat Sailors. 12:43 left in the first period. Steamboat boys basketball won against Summit. The girls unfortunately lost. But we're playing hockey now here from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. And LaPointe takes it. He's going to just backtrack to his own zone, deep behind his own goal line, in fact. And now behind the net, LaPointe ends up losing the puck, taken by Chatfield. 1-0 lead here for your Steamboat Sailors. And now a 3-on-1 coming up as Ripley takes it in on the far side. Sends one through the high slot. Field could not reel that one in. It's taken back the other way by Mason Friedrichs. Friedrichs is going to get it in deep and pursues himself. He's the first man to the puck, bumped off there. And it'll be taken in the far corner now by a speedy Calvin Knight. Worked around to the near side once again, and eventually taken and ripped up ice by Griffin Malpe. He finds a neutral zone with that, and it'll go D to D as the Chatfield Chargers get one in deep, far side corner. Chasing him down is Johnny Q. Kaminsky will take this, eludes a check, sends it up the near side wall. 11:37 left in first period play, and a 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Now Malpe sent to the wall, and he gives his man an extra little shot there behind the play. Got away with one. Could have been a penalty. The referee, though, was already looking up ice as the Sailors attack once more. Sent to the slot. Curtis Malpe couldn't get the shot off. Now Kempers winds and fires just wide. Rebound sent out front, and another opportunity here. And the puck is still loose in the crease and eventually cleared by Chatfield, but not before we get a whistle as the official had lost sight of the biscuit there. It was still hanging around loose in the crease as Farako Hadlock didn't know where that thing was. Ended up below his pad for a moment, but not covered completely. But like I said, I mean, the referee lost his sight line, and so we got the whistle. What are you thinking so far, Davis?
I really like the intensity that Steamboat's come out with. They've made a lot of smart passes as well in the zone. That power play was huge. They spent a majority of the time down in the offensive zone. So far, they just look like they've been playing well. They've came out ready to play tonight.
Here's Chatfield trying to change the tune a little bit. Joseph Molitor gets one that ends up hitting off a defender for Steamboat and dribbling in on goal. Sumner, though, equal to the task. He'll hang on. 10:59 left here in the first period of play. 1-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. And Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend, and Callie May's favorite business. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know what day it is. It's work deep into the zone. Turks in there trying to pursue on the forecheck. Chatfield tries to turn out the other way. A check is avoided. The puck's down the length of the sheet, but the Chargers are going to be whistled down for an icing call as it'll come back all the way. Caden Dormer was trying to find a man in the neutral zone, slipped under his stick, and results in the icing. 10.5 to go here, first period play. 1-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors off a Nate Kelly goal in the opening minute and a half. Face off to the glove side of Farraco Hadlock, won by Steamboat. Shot on goal. Man goes down right after the draw. LaPointe gives his man a little shot there. Unhappy with the play off of the draw. Oh, I didn't see what happened. They just kind of came together, and LaPointe ended up on the ice. Now Grant McNamara is in there on the forecheck. Puck comes out to the blue line, kept in by Beckett. His shot blocked down. Now LaPointe comes through the high slot, ends up with it, shoots, big save, rebound, still free, and LaPointe had it there, but the Chargers were somehow able to clear it. LaPointe had an empty net to shoot at had he touched that puck first. It comes to the near side corner. LaPointe again there. He'll just cycle it down low, looking for Grant McNamara. Fights off of a check and gets the puck up the near side half wall. Kept in by the Sailors once again. Under 10 to go now in period number 1. Grant McNamara far side of the sheet of ice. Sends one out front. There's LaPointe, dangles, backhand stop. Rebound stopped as well by Farraco Hadlock. And we've seen this one since he was a kid coming up in the youth hockey ranks, but he's just got that big body, and sometimes his patience pays off. But it looks as though we've got a whistle and another penalty coming up here. I'm not sure who got that one. Perhaps Nate Kelly?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Kelly. So I think he just had a little rough down there in the near side boards.
No one headed in the box as of yet. Now he does step into the sin bin here. He goes and feels shame for 2 minutes, and then he's free. 9:25 to go in the first period of play. Now a power play of their own for the hometown Chargers, and this is a big moment in the game here early on for Steamboat. They've got a penalty kill here with 9:25 to go, and it's senior night. So if they can get on the board here, that could be big for their confidence, and that would make this game a little bit more interesting, I'd say.
I would have to agree with you on that one.
Indubitably. Off the face-off, Columbo's there with Johnny Q. He makes his home in front of a lot of shots. He likes to block them. He loves and lives for the penalty kill. Back end looks to be Borgerding and Doris. It'll be worked out to the neutral zone as Steamboat was able to at least force this Chatfield team to retreat into that neutral area of the ice. Taken back by the Chargers. They're in again. Shot goes wide. Sumner watched it to the far side corner. Taken back by Chatfield. A little scissor cycle, but it comes free, and Borgerding is able to clear that one down, and Chatfield has to pick it up in their own zone. 8:45 to go here in period 1. Still 80 seconds left on the man advantage, and Kamitsky may have gotten away with one there, at least by the fan standards. It's going to come all the way back to the Steamboat zone. Foot race here for the puck. Doris is there, swings at it, can't get it up ice enough at least, and he's bodied off. Puck sent out front by the Chargers, but good active stick there from Patrick Sumner. 8:18 left and ticking down here in period 1. It squirts free to the neutral zone once more. Chargers do take over. They'll rip it back in. Delayed offsides, though, and that'll allow for Steamboat to have some time to clear. Sumner dangerously tried to get it down the length of the sheet himself. Eventually ended up with a little bit of help, but that could have definitely turned into something bad as the Chargers were there to keep it in on the initial clearing attempt. Half a minute left on the penalty kill. 7:52 left in period number 1. Here comes Chatfield once again. Far side, it's going to be Friedrichs who tries to get it in deep. Has a little bit of help keeping it in the zone at the blue line. Now it comes free. Friedrichs trying to fight through 3 different defenders there. Ends up at the stick of Sullivan. He's up ice. He's going to try and turn the Jets on. Sullivan, a little inside-out move to his forehand. Shoots. Big save from Farraco Hadlock. But a fancy little display there of stick handling by Bryce Sullivan. Sorry, just kidding. That's little brother Sean Sullivan. Bryce, of course, playing on the, on our team in the adult league. My bad. Sean Sullivan, though, it's a fancy display of stick handling talent there and some speed as well. Got to the forehand, ripped a shot. Good looking shot, too, but Farraco Hadlock bested him with the glove.
he had that glove right in the right spot. If it had been 4 inches higher, goal.
Here now comes Chatfield. Sullivan gives the man a little bit of a shot. And the puck is going to be worked in deep off the stick of Whelan Kurt. Comes free now to the far corner of the Steamboat end. Taken there by Thiel for a moment. Then Beckett tries to send a man in to next week, but ends up missing his check. He does get back in play. Wraps his man up in the far side corner. Puck does come free. Chargers have it. High slot. A turning shot. That one's going to be blocked down. And Beckett comes in with a big body and once again is in the way of things and is able to clear it up the near side wall. Sailors just trying to break it out. Ripley's going to take this across his own blue. Now across the red to the near side. He's in across the offensive blue. Beats a man with speed. Into the corner. Walks the goal line. Tries to tuck it. Does not get it to go, however. And a free puck comes to David Thiel to the blue line. There's Beckett now. His shot is going to go off of the heel of his stick. And Beckett has to go all the way back to his own zone now as he retrieves the puck and will escape behind his own goal frame. Trying to break it out on the far side. No one there. Sends it up the wall. A little turnover. And Steamboat here with the quick goal. I was hoping that they would keep pouring it on, but really since that goal just 90 seconds into the game, things have kind of balanced out in this sheet of ice.
Well, and
it's going both ways.
Chatfield's goaltender has, after that first goal, he's been pretty unstoppable. He's made some great saves. He's got a lot of pressure still. So if Chatfield can help get some goal support and get the puck out, they might actually be in this game.
Steamboat, of course, beat this team at the Howie Dome 4-1 in a game that Brian said should probably have been a little bit more than that. Not quite indicative of the way that it was played. Seemed as though a lot of players were falling into the boards on the Chatfield end because it was tilted so far. Now it's going to be worked out by the Sailors from the far side. Shot, Nicole. That's Colombo with the opportunity, and he rips one in 5-hole just as we're talking about how quiet it's been. Now it is 2-0. 5:51 left here in first period play.
And that shot just came so fast. The goaltender for Chatfield, Farako Hadlock, he just couldn't make the save. His reaction time wasn't fast enough. So unfortunate for Chatfield, but great for Steamboat.
A great shot selection, hard and low. If that had been stopped, would have bounced out as a rebound. And instead, it goes in. We've got a 2-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Good start here for the boys donning black uniforms here tonight. 5:40 left now as we tick down. Kamitsky throws his body around in the neutral zone. Puck comes free. Chipped up. Then Kamitsky takes a shot himself. And here come the Chargers. Kamitsky takes a man down. We'll see if that one's going to be a penalty. No, it will not. Shot by Colombo. Steered to the far side corner by Farako Hadlock. Colombo throws his weight. Hits more board than man. Ends up with the puck at his feet, though. Works it up the far side half wall. Huge hit. Yonka just took one up high as that man had just about enough of it. It was Joseph Molitor, and you can already see some blood starting to boil here for Chatfield. 5 minutes to go, period number 1. Work to the near side corner, and the Sailors just look to find another offensive go of it as Colombo tried to walk the goal line. It was poke checked away from him, but it is taken over by Curtis Malpe. Rips a shot from the blue line. Not making friends shooting it that high. Taken back and fired by his brother Griffin. That one on goal, but Farako Hadlock equal to the task, and he'll hang on to the rebound.
Chatfield's just, you said it earlier, they're getting frustrated just because they've been so outplayed so far in the offensive zone. Time of ice or time of possession has been tilted in Steamboat's favor so far in this first period.
Absolutely, and the goals show it as well. 2-0 lead for your Sailors. 4:44 left in first period action. Do want to thank Steamboat Dental Center. Dentistry designed for you. Visit Dr. Whitty and the team or check them out online at steamboatdentalcenter.com. Also, Mountain View Car Wash. Sun's out, guns out. Helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. Here's Borgening from the blue line. Rips a shot, goes just wide. He was looking for a tip in front, didn't get it. Worked up the near side wall. And a foot race here, but it turns into an icing as neither player able to chase that one down. And so it comes back to the Steamboat offensive end here. A penalty apiece for both sides. Neither power play able to capitalize. I'd say there was more opportunities garnered by the Steamboat Sailors power play. And it's going to be sent in deep behind the Chargers' goal off the draw. And throwing his weight around is Nate Kelly, first shift out there since he got that penalty earlier in the period. It's going to be worked up the near side wall by Chatfield. They try and break out and streak. They're looking to kind of stretch this play now, looking for something offensively, and they've got some speed up there, so the Sailors will have to be weary of that. However, Steamboat with a 2-0 lead with under 4 to go now in period number 1. And we worked up. Intercepted, though, in a high slot. And taken by Friedrichs. And then he's dispossessed. Here comes LaPointe. LaPointe tries to go through the legs of the man. Gets it. Tight angle shot. High and wide on the short side attempt. And now Kelly swings down hard on a man with a little hacksaw on that. And it's going to be dribbled into the corner as Chatfield gets it in deep. They go for a change. And LaPointe tries to break it out of his own end, unsuccessful in his bid to do so. Chargers do get it in deep once more. They're on the forecheck here. And a man goes hard to the ball near side corner. Fired up that half wall, kept in again by Chatfield, and a chance for a speeding man, backhander to the front of the goal. It's bouncing around, and Sumner somehow ends up with that under his glove. That was a dangerous opportunity there for the Chatfield Chargers, and they just got bodies in front. That's what they're going to need to do.
I do like also how Steamboat made the effort with 3 defensemen just piled right in front of Sumner.
Oh, man. So off the ensuing draw, it's going to be worked up the wall. Not out, though. Second effort finally does get it there. And here's a chance for Steamboat. It's Walsh. She rips one. Blocked aside by Fracco Hadlock. And it's going to be taken to the far side corner. And up now comes Joseph Molitor. There is a man in the stands right now that should probably put the stripes on because he is really seeing this game well. I'll tell you what, except it's funny, it's always against Steamboat. Anyways, I digress. Puck is worked in the Steamboat end as I'm talking. 2:20 to go in first period play. And a 2-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Chatfield, however, trying to find offense in the late stages of this stanza. It's going to be taken by Sumner to the near side of his goal frame. Worked up the wall on the far side of the sheet of ice, but not out. Chatfield keeps it in. There's a scrum just in front of the Steamboat bench here as players finally tumble to the ice. And a few extra shots given, and we'll call it all hockey plays. It's going to be ripped to the near side now at the red line. Sent up and deep into the far side corner. Chased down there by Kemper. Up quickly to Sullivan. Sullivan's going to streak to the red line. In across the offensive blue. Rips a shot. That just went wide. Didn't miss by much, though. Now we've got 95 seconds left here in the first. 2-0 lead for Steamboat. Sent in deep, and it's going to be taken by Sullivan. The Sailors, of course, right to left on the radio dial. Here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. You can also listen and watch on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. Good forecheck on display here for the Sailors. And a good back check, too. And that allowed for the Sailors to talk once more, at least for a moment. Sullivan chases down a loose biscuit here near corner and rips one around to the far side of the Chargers zone. And in on the forecheck once more is Thiel this time. Great job here from the Sailors. They're getting the forecheck going pretty well. They also are having some great job, keeping the legs fresh. And here's Sullivan again in across the blue line. That's an offsides play, though. And it'll be whistled down with 49.7 seconds left. Want to thank a few more sponsors. Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop, where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products, as well as UC Health, the Ampa Valley Medical Center, helping you back to full strength when you're feeling short-handed. Chargers with this one again, as it'll be worked up to the Steamboat line, taken by Griffin Malpe. Send right back to the Chatfield area at least, and finally worked in deep as Johnny Q is in on the forecheck. Half a minute to go in the period. It'll be sent up the near side wall as the Chargers try to find the neutral area. Can't do it. Work to the far side corner, and there's Kamitsky. Great hustle here from this grind line, I suppose you could call it. Kamitsky, 15 seconds on the clock, though. Sailors running out of time here, trying to find a last second opportunity. Now, though, it turns into a Chatfield possession as a glove is lost from a Chargers player. Curtis Malpe wheels up, seeing he only has 4 seconds on the clock. gets a shot off, ends up in the netting, and that brings us to the horn. First period's over here from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado. 2-0 lead. Your Steamboat Sailors on top for Davis, Fromm, Blott, and Chase. Thanks to Steven as well doing the camera. And we'll be back for second period action. This is KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM, also on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
Hi, Monica.
Just can poke me in the eye.
I see what you did there.
And over there. This is weird. I don't like it. I feel like a dog in doggy shoes.
That's your favorite part.
Dude, I don't know what this does, but I learned that my phone can do that. I don't know why.
Should probably go split screen with some apps. I don't know.
False. Whoa. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here from the Edge Ice Arena in Littleton, Colorado, at the foothills of the Rockies. It's beautiful. At least it would be if there was sunny outside. But it's late. Where are your children? About 9:19. We're underway with the second period of play here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. Just underway, in fact, as your Sailors have a 2-0 lead after the first 17 minutes of play. And they're on the attack. Here comes Sullivan, 2-on-1 developing. Backdoor play. That one off of the backhand of Ripley and just wide in the near side corner. Steamboat skating left to right on the radio dial here in the second period of play. Out comes Sullivan to the high slot. Still with it. Rips a shot. Actually, just kidding. He forgot the puck. Second effort, though, does go on goal. Stopped by Fracco Hadlock. And the rebound picked up by the Chatfield squad. They'll get it to the neutral zone. No further. Kempers takes it back. Tried to get it in deep. Ends up at the stick of Ripley. He's going to just dump one in deep as well and go for a quick change as your Sailors will swap out their offensive unit. Out comes Chatfield the other way. They're dispossessed quickly at the Steamboat line by Colby Beckett. Here now is Nate Kelly. His pass up ice is going to hit off of the skate there of Friedrichs. And Chatfield will try and clear their own end, but the rim around the wall is going to be cut down by McNamara. Picked up, though, by the Chargers. And here's Friedrichs once again. One of the lone bright spots, I would say, in this Chatfield sweater here this evening. It's been a pretty good game for Steamboat. They scored 90 seconds in, and they followed it up with another late goal. Sent Davis rinkside in the intermission, and what was the experience?
It was cold.
Okay, thank you, Davis. We'll be getting back to you for more action later on. 15:37 to go here, period number 2. 2-0 lead for the Steamboat Sailors as both goals came back in the first, and we are underway here with Steamboat left to right on the radio dial. Work back out to the neutral zone. Taken by Griffin Malpe, sent up to Grant McNamara, rim the wall near side. Nate Kelly steps in, gets the puck, rips it just wide of the goal frame, comes to the far side, and man thrown to the wall there, as that was defenseman Trevor Schnettler who got the schnitzel knocked out of him. And here comes Chatfield now. Worked under the stick there of Hunter Beckett, but he did touch it, so no icing. Taken now by Griffin Malpe up the near side wall. LaPointe has it go off of his shin guards. He's one-on-one now with Schnetzel, and there's another little collision there. Schnetzel ties up LaPointe's stick, and the puck in the near side corner taken by LaPointe up the wall. Has a little bit of help as well in the form of Grant McNamara. Kelly comes in, as does Yonka, and eventually the Steamboat Sailors keep it in the offensive end. Only, though, for a moment, as it's going to be taken back by Chatfield. Man loses his footing, and then Nate Kelly takes it back into the zone offsides. And so this face-off will come back into the neutral zone just in front of the Steamboat bench. Again, your Sailors donning their away black uniforms, red numbers, white trim. They're left to right on the radio dial here. 14:31 to go in this second period of play. A 2-0 lead for your Sailors here at the Edge Ice Arena. Off the ensuing draw taken by Chatfield. Worked now to the big defenseman, Andrew Showers. And Showers is going to work it up. No relation to Tanya Showers. And it'll be an icing play as Showers sent it the length of the sheet. And it's coming back 170 feet here, back to the Chatfield end. Face-off will be to the left side of Baracco Hadlock. It's going to be Curtis Maltby to take this one, flanked by Colombo. And it looks to be Johnny Q at the blue line. It's Doris who keeps it in, Borgening there as well. And Doris sends it behind the goal. Bodies collide. Curtis Maltby to the near side, throws his weight around a little bit more. And Chatfield works up the far side boards. Again, not out. There's Doris keeping it in at the blue line, getting some help as well. But eventually it's taken into the neutral zone, and bodies collide once more, as that seems to be the MO for both squads. A lot of physical play here on a Friday evening at the Edge. 13:45 to go here in second period play. In come the Chargers, offsides, however, and that'll be whistled down and come back out into the neutral zone just in front of the press box.
These offside calls are really just kind of killing Chatfield right now. They seem to get momentum through the sheet of ice, and then it's just killed by them going offsides. Pause. It gives Steamboat a chance to catch breath and then take a face-off outside their own zone.
They'll take it each and every time that they're allotted it. Caden Dormer on the ensuing draw, not going to win it, as your Sailors take it, fire it in deep, and in pursuit is Burnson. He goes through a check, gets some help from Zach Walsh. It's Burnson, Walsh, and Turek's out front, shoots! And that one hits off of a skate and goes just wide. Great opportunity, though, from Cedar Turek.
Tried to throw the changeup right there in front of the net.
Not quite able to have it go, and it comes back down 200 feet off a Chatfield stick, and so it turns into yet another icing here at the Edge Ice Arena. Icing it so much they could open a bakery. 13:13 left here in second period play. 2-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Were you able to catch up with anyone there in the intermission?
Yeah, I got with a gentleman whose last name was a S, a K, and a J, so that was a nope.
So we're back underway now as Chatfield takes up the near side half wall, fighting for it, and eventually the possession comes to Steamboat, but Chatfield is at least able to get it into the Sailors' end. Tempers has to backtrack a little bit more. He just ran into the wall there, but able to at least absorb most of that hit, though he now keels over a little bit. You can see he's kind of feeling it somewhat, and I'm sure he'll be headed to the bench as soon as he gets a chance. But for now, a chance from the high slot. Tipped on goal, big save from Sumner. Rebound stopped as well. Good opportunity there from Friedrichs. And then Friedrichs' pass hits off of a Steamboat player and turns into an icing. Not sure I agree with that call. It hit off of a body. It wasn't even sent down. But, you know, them Zebras, they've got the whistle, and that means they've got the last call on things like that.
And this is also their domain, the Frozen Serengeti.
Indeed, indeed. Chasing these gazelles around, it can be quite tiresome. 12:34 to go here in second period play. 2-0 lead for your Sailors, who are left to right on the radio dial. Terrestrially at 98.9, Sports on FM, KTYV. And you can also listen and watch online at steamboatradio.com. Great active stick from Patrick Sumner. Turns into a quick break the other way. This is going to be Sean Sullivan, outmaneuvered himself. Puck goes into the far side corner. Scooped up by a Chatfield player. Big blasting hit there from Ripley. And then they came together in a sandwich as Sullivan goes on the other side. Looked like an Oreo. One of my favorite cookies to dip in milk. Here now comes Chatfield yet again. Dispossessed. Great job from Griffin Maltby in his own zone with the poke check with an active stick. He takes this himself. Wheels up. Turns the Jets on. In across the offensive blue. Fakes a shot. Takes it to the near side corner. Sends it out front. And no one home there for the Sailors. Tipped into the far side corner, though, by Thiel, who chased down that loose puck in the soft spot of the ice. And Chatfield takes it back, only to get it to the neutral zone, and Steamboat takes over once again. So a lot of broken play, I'd say, Davis. A lot of play in between the blue lines and not too much extended zone time for either squad here in the second so far.
Yeah, there really hasn't been much puck possession by either team. It's kind of just like a game of ping pong out here. It's just bouncing around. It reminds me of watching like U14 soccer where everybody just kind of chases the ball.
Couldn't agree with you more. If I did, there'd be two of me agreeing with you. Here's Nate Kelly now. Long stretch pass. He's got his man. This is Sullivan. In on his backhand. Going to try and cut in front of the goal. And, great job there. Great effort. But comes up just short as Farako Hadlock gets enough of that puck to send it to the far corner. Taken back again by Nate Kelly. He gets one out front to Graham McNamara. His shot off the heel of a stick into the near side and taken back by Chatfield. Fired up the length of the sheet. And LaPointe will chase it down before it gets to the goal line, so no icing. Takes shelter behind his own goal. Fires out to the near side to Kelly. Tried to get the soft pass there to McNamara. Taken back, though, by Chatfield, and they are going to be in the offensive end for one of the few times here in this second period so far. A lot of real good play for your Sailors so far in this second stanza. Sent on goal there by McNamara, and Farako Hadlock is able to gobble it up as Nate Kelly was barreling down on him. 10:23 left here in the second period. 2-0 lead for Steamboat.
Finally here in the last few minutes, looks like there's been some play develop between Steamboat. Looks like they're getting some continuity here.
Here's Chatfield trying to break that up as we speak. It's going to be worked around by Hupel. Hupel now spins, fires it to the near side, around the half wall. Taken and chipped up, but not out. Nice job by Borgany holding at the line. Then he's dispossessed. Here comes Chatfield. Borgany able to somehow get back, though. Great defensive effort there. Never gave up on the play after almost losing it. Could have turned into a breakaway. Instead, now it's going to be fired up the other way, and Steamboat's going to try and attack. Kelly's there. He's got a man down the slot. It's LaPointe. Went for the one-touch play. It ends up in the back of the goal. Nate Kelly with his second of the evening as he just followed that play up himself. Made the initial pass from just inside the blue line on the near side of the sheet of ice.
Looks like Hadlock, the netminder for Chatfield, kind of lost sight of that puck. I think he thought that the chip up was going to go up and over the net. So he kind of he didn't move, squeeze and hug that post. And Kelly was able to follow the pass and just put that home.
Yes. Want to thank Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Call Russell's at 879-1515. Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Steamboat's up 3-0 now. 2 goals from Kelly, another from Colombo, and that's where we stand with 9:25 to go in second period play. It's going to be worked around the wall by Chatfield, just trying to find the neutral zone right now. Their breakout has been unsuccessful for the better part of this period so far. In come the Chargers, though. They finally get it up ice. A chance and a shot off the outside of the iron there. Good opportunity from Caden Dormer, as that's probably one of the better chances of the game for this Chatfield team. Now it's going to be taken by Mason Friedrichs. It is senior night, I believe, here from the Edge Ice Arena for Chatfield. And an overskated puck by Friedrichs turns into possession for Curtis Maltby. I lied, it's not tonight. But it's coming up, February 10th, for those of you who are in the area watching. 8:41 to go here in the second period of play. 3-0 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. They are left to right on the radio dial here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Face-off coming up in the Steamboat offensive end. Do want to thank UC Health, the Yampa Valley Medical Center, helping you get back to full strength when you are feeling shorthanded, like Davis does on the regular. Here comes Chatfield off the ensuing face-off. Rimmed around by Hupel. Taken and kept in by Beckett. Shot on goal for Echo Hadlock with the big save. Great job there. That puck pinballed around in front of him, hit off of a few different players. Now Chatfield at the other end. A chance, a shot. Big save there from Sumner. And the officials here in the crowd say that was a hook. Actually, that was really a hook, though. They definitely got away with one.
The referee there.
There's only one ref, though. You got to give him some credit. Here is Colombo now. He's just a one-man wrecking crew here on this shift. 8:06 to go in the second. And Colombo's in once again, throwing that body weight around. I think he's up to about 152 pounds soaking wet now. After a good summer, he bulked up by about 6 or 7 pounds. Here is a shot from Kempers. Going to go wide off of a shin guard. Cleared up the far side off the wall, and it looks as though that's going to be stopped by Sumner short of the goal line, so no icing. Taken by Colby Beckett. And Beckett is... Sorry, I lost myself there for a second.
There's a fan here who thinks he's going to be the next NHL insider on NHL Tonight.
7.5. Lonzo, is that you? 7:23 to go here in the second period of play. 3-0 Steamboat lead. They're left to right on 98.9 KTYV. Chatfield takes this one in their own zone. Sammy Jacobs has it. Goes D to D. Finding the stick there of Trevor Schnetzler. And here is a chance for Chatfield, a streaking man. And the Chargers with a pass a little bit too far there for Owen Ells, who comes in as one of the biggest guys on the ice, comparable to Colby Beckett for the Sailors. Ells weighing in at $186, but he's 6'4".
It's a big boy.
Not small. Here now is Ripley. He's behind the offensive goal for your Steamboat Sailors. They have found that ozone once again, which is just what they want. So does the Earth. Here's Kemper, shoots. That one tipped in front by Farako Hadlock. Able to keep that under his left pillow and hang on. No rebound. 6:38 left here in the second. Here's you're going to try and get another guy here. If we can spell his name. I heard there's a guy with 30-something letters, but none of them are valves.
None of them are valves, so again, that's a nope.
Big lead for Steamboat, extended even further by that Nate Kelly goal, his second of the evening. It's 3-0 now, and really, when you look at it, they're not keeping track of the shots up here right now, but it seems as though this second period has turned into a lot of Steamboat Sailor possession, and my neck actually kind of started hurting a little bit because I'm looking to the right of the press box so much.
Yeah, I took the veteran play here, and I angled my whole body to the right, so I'm looking straight forward, so I'm not feeling that crink in my neck.
It's good. It's good play. It's good play. Face-off's down. It's going to be LaPointe who fights for this one with McNamara to his left, Kelly to his right. On the back end, it's Yonka and Griffin Malpe. Off the draw, it's eventually worked into the offensive end. Kelly walking down to the near side at the goal line. Sends it to the high slot. Too far, though, behind LaPointe. He couldn't quite turn and wrangle that in. Taken back by Malpe at his own blue line. Griffin Malpe fired to Yonka. Up ice quickly to LaPointe. He's at the red. In across the offensive blue. Far side of the sheet of ice. Nice little toe drag to his backhand. Sends one out front. Bounces around and hits the side of the goal frame. And eventually will come out to LaPointe again. From the high slot, he rips one up top. But flashing the leather and making that stop is Farako Hadlock. And he'll hang on. No rebound to speak of here. With just about 5:49 left in the second period of play. Want to thank Chris Puckett at the downtown Edward Jones office. Call Chris Puckett at 879-1851 for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Also, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. If you have friends and they're coming to town, give them a call at 879-8000 for the Locals Connection discount. 5:42 to go. We're back underway here with another offensive possession for Steamboat. Grant McNamara takes this behind the goal. Has help now from Nate Kelly. And Kelly swings at it. Comes out with it for a moment, but couldn't get the centering pass to find LaPointe. Taken back by the Chargers. They're going to try to attack, but eventually they'll have to follow it up. And another delayed offsides, allowing Steamboat plenty of time to regroup in their own end. Griffin Malpe goes D to D, trying to find Yonka. Back to Malpe, but couldn't quite find him. Intercepted by a streaking Caden Dormer, and he's having himself a good second period. A chance from the blue line for the Chargers is gobbled up in the logo there for Patrick Sumner, and he makes sure there's no rebound to speak of. But Dormer's having a pretty good second period for Chatfield. There's not a lot of bright spots to speak of here in the second 17 minutes, though.
Absolutely, if you're talking about Chatfield. Steamboat has had just a bunch of great plays here. Looks like they've just out-muscled Chatfield this whole game.
Sumner with a huge flurry of saves there. All started with a blue line shot from Sammy Jacobs on the far side. A good, really good selection of shot there, and I love to see that. A lot of times, especially in the high school age range, you're finding players love to wind up and try and take that big booming slap shot. Jacobs just rips one hard and low, a little wrister, and it almost went in.
Yeah, I mean, he made Patrick for Steamboat. He had to flash the
shot and a goal. right off of the face-off, and Chatfield scores. It's Owen Els. His shot was another low one that ended up hitting a defenseman's stick and going top cheddar. And it looked pretty sharp. Under 5 minutes to go now.
It's my favorite kind of cheddar.
Second period play, it's 3-1. And this is, Davis, I know you haven't been able to watch a ton of the Sailors, but this has kind of been their Achilles heel, is that they won't put teams away that they should. I mean, just watching the play, this game should be 4 or 5-1 maybe right now. But instead, it's a 3-1 game here at the Edge. And we're at a point where the Sailors really need to make sure they don't let that next goal in.
Absolutely. I mean, that is going to be crushing for Steamboat if they give up another goal here in the second period. 4 minutes left. So as long as Steamboat can hold strong defensively, I think they'll be all right going into the third.
As you said, 4.5 left here in the second 17. It's going to be out at the blue line. Taken there by Chatfield. Work to the far side in the corner. A shot. Big save from Sumner. Puck is dropped down by Dormer. And taken by Curtis Maltby. He just clears it to the neutral zone, and Chatfield takes over. And then a little misplay. And Kamitsky absolutely blasts his man. And then the defenseman there holds on to Kamitsky's stick. It's turned up ice again by Steamboat. Players colliding and sparring there right at the Sailors' blue line, and eventually bodies fly once again as Trevor Schnetzler didn't like being on the receiving end of that very clean hit. Another icing here, this time against Steamboat.
Just goes back to Steamboat has just been out-muscling this Chatfield team. And I mean, you look down the roster, most of these kids are 130 pounds for Chatfield. So they're not a very big squad. And it shows when Steamboat bodies them up.
Absolutely. 3:48 left here in the second period of play. Patrick Sumner's in attendance here this evening. Shot from the blue line is going to be tipped up into the netting behind. And this face-off will come into the neutral zone because it hit off of a Chatfield player last. 3:45 to go in the second period of play.
Our NHL insider not happy about that call.
Off the draws, here comes Sean Sullivan. Trying to pick up a head of steam. He eventually works it to the offensive end for your Sailors. Tries to come up the near side half wall with a pass. It's going to be taken down, though, by a plethora of defenders there for the Chargers. Pitching in from the blue line is Beckett. He can't come up with it either. And eventually some bodies fly, and the puck is into the neutral zone. Right around the red line, Kempers takes it. He tries to get it in deep. Can't do it. Said taken and fired back the other way. Up comes Chatfield. And, man, able to slip the check of Beckett. Taking it behind the goal now. This is Hunter Beckett for Chatfield. That makes my job easy. Thanks. And now Thiel overskates a puck. In comes Ripley, but Sullivan was offsides. 3:03 to go here in the second period of play. And a faceoff comes back to the neutral zone. I do want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, taking care of you by taking care of your car. The Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, and Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, and the homeowner's friend. Off the ensuing draw, it's going to be taken by Chatfield, and up comes Heapel. He gets it in deep, no icing, so Sumner plays it behind his own goal. Swings it over to Beckett on the near side, up this near side wall, and then LaPointe slips a check. He's got this one, skating up ice, tries to find McNamara, hits off bodies, comes back to LaPointe, little through the leg pass to McNamara, tries to get it in on goal, but Fracco Hadlock reaches out and shuts that one down, covering the puck with the big leather mitt.
Heads up play there by Hadlock, just being able to stop play, let Chatfield get set again because they were caught out of position.
Face-off is going to come up to the glove side of the left catching Fracco Hadlock. That's a hyphenated last name, in case you're wondering. His first name is not Fracco. It's actually Nicholas. I was wondering. 2:38 left here in the second period of play. 3-1 score. Please tweet in at us. Instagram us with questions that you'd like Davis to ask whoever he interviews in between periods. Now it's going to be McNamara, absolutely crushed there from behind a little bit, but in a hockey play there. Nothing too dangerous. He was off the wall plenty, and it kind of turned. So it was somewhat of a shoulder-to-shoulder check. Puck ends up going to length of the sheet off Chatfield stick, however, and it'll come back all the way for an icing. 2:22 left here in this second period of play. LaPointe is going to be flanked by Kelly McNamara. Back end looks to be Griffin Maltby and Sean Yonka. It's won by Steamboat. Shot by Maltby is going to be blocked forward by Chatfield. And they take this one in. And a pass to the center ice area is actually going to hit off the defender. Now LaPointe's back out the other way for Steamboat. He's one-on-one here. Goes to the outside. Beats him with speed. Shoots. Oh, what a big save from Fracco Hadlock. Can't believe he got enough of that one to send it wide. LaPointe was on a mission there. And now at the other end, it's a chance at a breakaway. And the shot is stopped by Sumner. And the rebound's not going to happen. Is slashing called here against the Chargers.
It's against Steamboat.
No, it's against Steamboat, sorry. Griffin Maltby headed to the penalty box. 2 minutes slashing the call. And so for the second time today, this Chatfield team headed to the power play. And yet again, a pretty big time in the game as we've got just under 2 minutes to go. Yeah. So for all intents and purposes, this is going to do it for this second period if they don't score.
Exactly. And, I mean, tough choice there if you're Maltby. I mean, he was beat. He tried absolutely everything he could to at least disrupt that breakaway. So your penalty killers are going to be Kaminsky and Colombo up front, Borgening and Doris on the back end. Work to the blue line. Chatfield in possession here. Now the far side circle. Shot ripped just wide. Get a lot of good lumber on that, though, was Caden Dormer. Now the near side wall. It's taken by Johnny Q. Sent the length of the sheet. And a good start to this one as 30 seconds is ticked off now here in the power play for the Chargers. Now Colby Beckett steps into a errant pass and sends it the length of the sheet once again. Kills off some more precious seconds. And out comes Chatfield. Pass there from Schnetzler. Didn't find its mark. Chatfield struggling just to kind of vacate their own zone right now. Good forecheck pressure there by Steamboat.
Yeah, they are not allowing easy exit. Now here's Colombo trying to flip it over Schnetzler's head. He knocks it down, steps into the offensive end for the Chargers, rips a shot. Sumner will have that one most days. And we tick down to 52 seconds left in the power play, but only 44.2 left in the second period. So 8 seconds of carryover time. If that's the case, there's no goal scored by Chatfield. That doesn't mean very much. A lot of times with broken power plays, you have to either score on the front half of it or you'll watch on and kind of see a opportunity by the wayside. Bodies collide now as LaPointe's come out with Sullivan to kill off the duration of this period. In penalty kill form, Sullivan intercepts a pass. Great forecheck, gets it to LaPointe. Fights off of a check. And the puck is going to eventually be taken by Chatfield. And they come out the other way. A little toe drag from Dormer. His pass up ice, though, picked off by Sullivan, and he just turns and rips it right back in behind this Chargers net. 5 seconds on the clock now. Chatfield can't break it out of their own end. 2 seconds and 1. LaPointe just absolutely sends a man to the ice in a big way. That was Sammy Jacobs who came in trying to lay the body, and LaPointe didn't get the shot off with the biscuit, but he did with the body, and Jacobs will remember that next time. We're going to head to the intermission here from the Edge Ice Arena. This is your Steamboat Sailors Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9, Sports on FM, also on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
to you live from Chatfield. Boys are doing good. Just want to give a shout out to all the fans looking on the computer on this wonderful Friday night. Here is my partner, Wiley.
I'm not cursing. Can they actually hear me? Yeah.
Oh. Hey Eli, it's Mina's here. Yep. We were told not to curse, so we're not cursing. Okay. Bye.
Can I have this one?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna talk to each other.
Okay, Wiley, how do you think everybody's playing tonight?
Well, we're playing pretty good tonight.
I agree. You know, we got a big crowd for Chatfield, but you know the Steamboatians can always overpower them. Don't you agree?
Yeah, they're really excited about that one goal they got, but look at the scoreboard.
Scoreboard. That is all I have to say on this lovely evening. Scoreboard. Chatfield. Scoreboard.
Oh my god.
All right, just want to give another shout out.
Hey, Luke, if you're watching, I got a video of your dad stretching.
You guys on the radio?
We're on the radio.
Yeah. Do you want to make a shout out to your son?
Luke's playing.
Luke, you're right. You never I don't know. I thought he was with Cody.
Oh, Cody. Oh, yeah, just another shout out to all the Steamboatians watching from their computers.
I'm dumb. That was really dumb. I want to keep talking. Oh, on the other side of this rink, you can see ice skating. Some girl is in a onesie.
You know, we had some Chick-fil-A for dinner.
We listened to Kathy and Metz curse the whole way here.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to say what they said because we're not allowed to curse
They
online.
said beep.
Yeah.
Beep you. Oh no. They said shut the beep up.
Yeah.
Well. I wonder who's actually listening.
We just want to give another shout out to Tucker. He's struggling a little bit, but we know he can get through it. And Eli. What? Give a shout out to Tucker. Love it.
Shout out Tucker 22.
Tucker 22. Yeah.
Is that your Snapchat or your Instagram, Eli? We don't know. Yeah.
Got the point. Here she comes.
Talking to the internet.
I don't think anyone's listening. Maybe Eli.
That's about it. I gave a shout out to Luke, and then she reminded me that he was playing. That was embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, I had to fix my hair.
Oh, all right.
I wish we could hear what they were saying back.
The Zamboni's about halfway done, and then we're going to start to play ball again.
They don't play ball. Oh. It might be Chatfield senior night, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a
I'm not
game.
sure they have fancy programs. Maybe they have fancy programs for every game.
Oh. This is pretty fancy. Let's see. They have 35 players. No, they don't.
How many seniors?
They have 1, 2, 3, 4 seniors.
Only 4? How many did we have?
A lot.
Ooh, somebody's calling me. Hello?
Who is it?
It's Theo.
Shout out to Theo.
What did he say? Should we stop?
We're going to keep going just for you, Theo.
He said keep going, it's funny.
Ask him, did he like my shout out to Luke?
Alright.
send a funny video of Kevin in our group chat.
I just got a personal call. Just want to give another shout out to all the Steamboatian fans. Cody, Davis, Theo. Who was the other one?
I don't know.
I don't remember. Sorry.
What did they say about this? What we got going on?
I don't know, but we need more material. The Zamboni's about halfway done.
What's
Chatfield.
your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream is
You can't say that. Everybody knows at home what she was saying.
it's chocolate.
You are talking to anyone who's on the live stream. Mary Yamamoto, hi.
Mary Yamamoto, hi. I said shout out to all the Steamboatians.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, watching
Just in general.
and in general.
Eli's calling me.
Ooh, I just coughed.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Do you like our commentating?
You guys are doing really good.
Thank you.
We're not cursing.
Hang on. What did you just say?
What else? I think some true highlights.
Tucker says thank you.
Oh, good. I think some true highlights today in this
Did you
game.
like Izzy's favorite ice cream?
This is some
flavor?
important. This is important. I think that some of the highlights in the game.
Oh, dang.
I think some of the highlights.
And like whisper this. On the thing, say that.
Also, some highlights were that
Oh yes, we should totally.
David Lapoya had some good breakaways. Cam had some good hits. Nate scored 2 goals. That was some true effort from Nate Kelly. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Nate Kelly is doing
He's putting some true effort in.
not full skate potential, but we're halfway there.
Yeah, we are. You know, I think our pep talk to him before the game really put him in and was just like, I'm going to do this, you know?
We had a pep talk?
We did.
Okay.
What else? You know, Quinn's still out. He's a vital member of the team.
Rymac wasn't too excited that we got here.
Yeah. But, you know, we need Quinn out there is just the main thing. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I feel like Quinn would make a heck of a difference.
Yeah. But, you know, we got to have him at 100% before he comes back out, you know?
For state playoffs, right? Yep.
Yeah. State playoffs.
You guys diagnosed the game?
Yeah.
Trying to listen to learn something.
We listen to you all the time.
Yeah.
Like we listened to you that one time when you're like, when Grant scored and he was like, that was definitely offside, but I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah. We're not that sarcastic, I bet. We're just the halftime show, you know? We're the Beyonce to the football players, you know? If you like it, then you should put a ring on.
Wake up, Paulus.
Yeah, I don't know the rest.
Shout out to you boys. You probably love the new Migos album, am I right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Cody Winters just sent me a Snapchat. So we're also taking votes on whether or not you guys want us to talk during the game.
Yeah, if we want to commentate the whole game.
The whole game, or just
We're
during
gonna
the
tell you what's going
periods. Yeah. Also, there's a full restaurant here at this ice arena, and I vote that we get an ice arena or a restaurant here. At a bar, you guys, a bar.
So,
for all those over 21, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
I am right. I'm always
ice
right.
arena is very warm. I think we should make our ice arena like this.
Yeah, it's also really, it's really warm.
It's really sick.
Yeah.
You
what else are some highlights? I said Cam had some good hits. Nate scored 2 goals.
Grant and Colby and who else? Cedar, I think.
Cedar's doing good. Cedar almost had 2 shots.
So they are repping the Canadians tonight, not the U.S.
No, Cedar, or not Cedar, David. David.
Oh, yeah, David
No,
Thiel.
yeah, David Thiel, Grant, and Colby all have Canadian tape on their sticks to represent.
Angel Baby, a.k.a. David, his back's a little bit sore.
Yeah, but you know, he's going to get through it. As Quinn would say. Yeah.
We don't know what Quinn would say.
Well, Quinn said he's like, oh, it's all right. He's got enough fat on that back. And I was like, Quinn.
That's a little mean.
Yeah, I know.
I sent it to the wrong Spring Creek. Go check out Spring Creek to see Kevin stretching.
Yeah. And those who are not on Spring Crank like me.
Sucks to be you guys.
Yeah, it sucks to be me because I'm
you
not.
were here, you saw it.
Yeah, that's true. You know, okay, Metzi and all the other irrelevant coaches are making their way onto the ice. Metzi's just the main coach.
Oh my God! Eli saved the video of Kevin's taking a nice stretch.
It doesn't look like the seniors are gonna do a little ceremony of them graduating. I think we're just gonna start the game.
Said, show me your face. Oh, we're
all right. We're getting.
Okay,
we just want to say a sign off. Wiley and Izzy vote for whether or not we should commentate the whole game. Sign off.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
You bet. I'm gonna need to switch you.
Who sings that song again?
What?
Who sings that song again?
I don't know. Some commercial? They made it.
Okay. My headset's warm. That's weird. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just underway, or just about to be underway, pardon, with this third and final stanza here from the Edge Ice Arena. There's the puck drop, and it's Steamboat Sailors Ice Hockey here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. Steamboat with a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play, or 34 minutes, whatever you prefer. And they're right to left on 98.9 KTYV. They're in their away black uniforms, red numbers, white trim. Here comes Kempers, fires a pass up. It's dropped by McNamara. Tried to give it to LaPointe, got it to him. And McNamara falls up himself at the blue line of the Chargers, dumps one in deep. One unique factor of this sheet of ice, well, yet another one, I should say, not just one. One, of course, is the netting. Another being that they have really short glass on the far side. It's kind of just an awkward thing for players sometimes because they try and dump one in high off the glass and get it in deep, and sometimes end up sending it over the partitioning. I'm joined by Davis Fry. Davis, of course, he was cold after the first intermission. Did you ever warm up there, bud?
No, it is still cold out there.
I did see that you're looking at some UGG boots, though, so that's pretty nice.
Them, but don't tell anyone.
15:39 left here, third period of play, 3-1 lead for Steamboat. They're in their own end trying to break out. This is going to be Nate Kelly. Kicks it up from his left outside edge to his stick. Makes a nice little move around a forechecker, and then makes a second, and he's across the offensive blue line. Nate Kelly winds and fires, sticked up into the netting by Farraco Hadlock, and that will be a whistle. It will stay inside the Chatfield end. So, we had the horn earlier. You know what that means.
No, I do not.
It's third period. Just underway now. Minute and 37 seconds into this bad boy. Thanks to Steven. He's working the camera. And, of course, Monica back at the board, making sure that we sound somewhat intelligible, if that's even a thing. That's
we love you, Monica.
Taken by Chatfield now, behind their own goal. Wheeling out on the far side, this is Jack Brown. And it's going to be worked deep into the zone as Johnny Q takes it. Tries to get it in the near side corner and eventually worked up into the Chargers' possession. Long cross-ice pass, though. Hits off of a Chatfield player's own stick, hit the heel, and then a man took a shot up high. That was Jack Brown. He heads immediately to the bench there as he tried to go in and hit Kaminsky, but ended up taking the brunt of it. And now again, Steamboat keeps it in the offensive end for a moment. Big hit again from Kaminsky. He is having himself a shift. However, it's going to result in a penalty, and not against Kaminsky. Chatfield picks up the puck. Maltby dumps a man to the ice. But it looks as though we're going to have a penalty that occurred behind the play, perhaps. A roughing call, and it's going to be against Calvin Knight. 2 minutes. No, cross-check, sorry. Cross-check against Knight. So power play now for Steamboat. Their second one this game. 14:24 left in the third period of play. And we've got the man advantage here. It's going to be taken by Kempers in his own blue line. Loses the puck. Taken by Chatfield. Shot. Big save from Sumner with the left pad. On the great chance there from Hunter Beckett. Right off the stick of Kempers. Chatfield able to link to the sheet. And Kempers has to back up to his own zone. Gets hit off the puck. Has a little help from Ripley. And the Sailors struggling to just break out of their own end here on the man advantage. Half minute already gone at 5-on-4 play. 13:50 to go in the game. 3-1 score. You know, I'm a little bit disappointed in what we've seen so far. I mean, Steamboat up 3-1, but really they scored 90 seconds in, Davis, and you really anticipated it'd be a different game. Shot and a goal, though. There is Sullivan. He's in across the blue line. Makes his way to his forehand, rips it hard and low, right in that 7-hole spot, just above the pad, below the glove, and into the back of the net. Sullivan with another strike for Steamboat. And just as I was talking about the lack of goals in production here, Sullivan gets another one for the Sailors. And it's a common occurrence. It's the second time this game I started talking about that, and we scored. So I just need to talk about it more. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what it sounds like to me. But don't ask me. I'm not an expert.
13:37. You know who we could ask.
No, I do not. Oh, our in-game official.
4-1 the lead now. 3 different goal scorers for your Sailors. 2 by Kelly, 1 by Colombo, now 1 by Sullivan. And they've got the big lead here in the third period of play from the Edge Ice Arena. Lutton Chase and Davis Fry here on the call. It's a Friday night down in Denver. And we are playing hockey at Steamboat Sailors Athletics right here on your Sailor Sports Connection. KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. That was pretty funny. So, Fracco Hadlock
was yelling at the ref to fix the net back on its moorings, and the official looked back at him and said, "Fix it yourself."
But I mean, come on, so what happens there? I know that some of you listening may not understand, but when you have a play, it's like playing advantage in soccer. You know, Chatfield had that puck and they were going up ice with it. And so, no, they're not going to whistle it down. They anticipate, that goalie will fix his net. Turned over, and Steamboat came into the other end, and that's when we saw the whistle. So, refs played that one right. Anyways, another shot off the face-off stop by Hadlock. And we've got under 13 minutes left in the game here. 4-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Monica, you're a champion, bearing with us as we pull the audio from the Boxcast, the stream online. Thank you so much for everything you're doing for us tonight. Here's Nate Kelly. He's got the puck, sends it to McNamara, turns it, fires. Hadlock with a stop. Rebound comes out. Net comes off. But here is Chatfield with this one. And Hadlock now doesn't notice that the net's off, and he's just going to keep it off. 12:21 left. I think he knows. Come on. 4-1 the score, battled for in the Steamboat end. And eventually the Sailors' Sean Yonka will take it. Firing it up the far side. Now Nate Kelly has it. He's going to pass it up to LaPointe in across the blue line. And LaPointe's in. Pass to the back door. And the whistle blows. Just an action of spite, seemingly. That's off by 3 inches. And the official having words with him.
It looks like all he's saying is, next time your net's off, fix it.
Please help us.
And that is he is a big boy in net.
Long discussion there between the Zebra and the Gazelle. 12 minutes exactly up on the clock here. 4-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors, who are right to left on 98.9 KTYV. Off the ensuing draw, it's going to be taken by Chatfield, near side corner. Chargers work it up ice, ends up bouncing around, and Doris takes it, firing it back into the Chatfield end. Take Doris again, off the wall. Bracing himself for an impact that did not come. Chatfield takes over at their own line. Working it up ice here is Caden Dormer. Dormer into the Steamboat end. Fancy little stick work there from Dormer. Cycles it up the wall, gets it right back, and Dormer's behind the goal here. But a great job defensively by Borgening, who just took the puck from him. And now battles with the man in front. The puck on the meantime. Worked up the near side half wall. Now cycled in low to Rodvold. And Rodvold tried to get it up to the high slot, but the D-man had just pinched in. Didn't come up with the pass. But Chatfield starting to come on somewhat here in this third period of play. Steamboat the only goal so far in this stanza. It's a 4-1 lead now. Extended back out to 3 goals. And we'll see if they can put that nail in the coffin. We don't want to keep the Chargers team around for too terribly long. Of course, we're looking at the same score that it ended as from the Howie Dome just about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Now battled for inside the Chatfield end. Bodies collide. Not a surprise. It's hockey. And then be taken by Borgening into his own zone. Fires a pass, hits the heel there of Kaminsky, taken back by Chatfield. They'll send it in low. That was Friedrichs who got it in behind the Steamboat goal. Worked to the far side. Chasing it down and keeping it in play there is Sammy Jacobs. And it's good to see him out there. He took a shot in the late stages of that second period of play. And you always kind of worry about it when players are grasping at their head.
Looked a little shooken up after that hit as well.
So it's good to have him back out. It's going to be taken and fired in, and Heapel will have to chase this one down behind his own goal for the Chargers squad, working up the far side wall. Chipped up, but not out. Nice job there from Beckett and company, keeping it in. And we've ticked down to under 10 minutes left here in this third period of play. 4-1 lead for your Steamboat Sailors. Right to left and on the attack again here on 98.9 KTYV. Comes out front. Curtis Maltby's pass went through the high point of the crease there. And it's worked towards the blue line, taken now by Chatfield. And a one-on-one developing here, and Beckett just absolutely plays the body on that one. Didn't even realize the puck had already gone by him. And now we've got a penalty coming up against Steamboat. So I'm not sure what's going on here.
The penalty looks like it's going to be on Chatfield.
Calvin Knight. With the infraction. 2 minutes roughing the call, and so the power play will be for your Steamboat Sailors. 4-1 lead and a chance to extend this one. Sullivan comes out. Kempers to his left, Griffin Maltby at the point, Thiel and Ripley out as well. Kempers takes it on the near side. Gets it low to Gretzky's office. Ripley tied up there. And eventually the puck is taken by Chatfield and sent out. Maltby will take it in his own corner, far side of the sheet of ice. Rims it around looking for Kempers. He can't get there. Sent to the far side once more. Too far for Maltby to come up with it. Now Ripley fishing at it. Couldn't come up with it on first effort. Does on the second. And he'll just turn away from the pressure there of a Charger player. And eventually outlets to Sullivan. Sullivan 1-on-2 here. Comes to his forehand. Rips a shot. Just goes wide. Rebound comes all the way out to Griffin Maltby at the far side blue line. Now into Tanner Ripley. He dangles around one man. Sends it to the slot, finding Sullivan. And Sean Sullivan will take this in the far corner after fighting off a check. Gives it up top to Maltby, near side now to Kempers. Looks, fires, blocked in front by a number of different sticks. Now Sullivan again to Griffin Maltby, winds and fires on the one-time attempt, looking for a tip in front. But it's off of Ripley's stick and then to the far corner. And then a high sticking is negated as Chatfield touches it next. And here's Sullivan out of the corner, far side hash. Rips a shot. Hadlock with a stop. Rebound was there, but Ripley couldn't quite swing at it and get that to go home. Comes up to the blue line again. There's Griffin Maltby to Sullivan far side looking for a tip in front. Got it, but it went wide. Kempers to Griffin Maltby up top again. into David Thiel. Thiel loses it, but there is Kempers. His shot stopped again by Fracco Hadlock, rimmed around to the near side. And with just 15 seconds left in the man advantage, your Steamboat Sailors have had a pretty good power play here. Lots of great chances for Steamboat on the man advantage, and Griffin Maltby wheels right back in the zone. To the near side, up top now to Grant McNamara. His shot's blocked off. Nate Kelly's just off the bench. Reaches in there, and the puck eventually hits off a couple different players. And Grant McNamara tries to get it in deep once more. We're at 5-on-5 now, once again, for 7 minutes to go in the game. Easy for me to say. 4-1 lead for your Sailors. Bodies starting to collide more frequently as the blood boils a little for Chatfield. Fracco Hadlock didn't know he didn't have the puck. Now it's going to be sent below the goal line. There's LaPointe, far corner. Takes this one. Looks as though the official just had the hit of the game there as he took out Joseph Molitor in the near side behind the play. And Molitor will be buying sodas for the team.
Looks like Chatfield's starting to get a little chippy here. A little extracurricular activity here, and Kelly's going to go into the box for Steamboat.
Well, penalty kill. Funny how that works out. Had the power play, now we have a penalty kill. Things happening here at the Edge Ice Arena. It's really weird that we're not hearing any qualms about this call against Nate Kelly.
No, I believe that's because our so-called insider is a parent for Chatfield.
I was trying to get it on the Snap story. Didn't make it. 6:39 left, third period of play. And off that draw, Sumner makes a save relatively easily. It's Sullivan and Kaminsky up front. Sean Yonka, Luke Borgany on the back end here as your penalty-killing foursome. Intercepted pass by Colombo after Sullivan got off quickly. So Colombo and Kaminsky out there now. And it's taken by Chatfield in their own zone. Colombo's in there on the forecheck. Penalty coming up to Chatfield. That's a trip. Or a slash, one of the two. And we're going to see 4-on-4 play here. With 95 seconds of it, as Nate Kelly is joined in the box by a Chatfield Charger. Looks as though they're giving him a slashing call against Quinn Patrick. So 4-on-4 play here. Even strength from the Edge Ice Arena. LaPointe wins this draw nicely, getting it to Yonka. Sends it down to Griffin Maltby. LaPointe and Sullivan are your forwards here. Griffin Maltby, Sean Yonka are the defenders. Yonka steps in, rips one that awkwardly hits off of a few bodies and ends up remaining in play. Didn't think it would. Now in front of the goal it goes. There's Sammy Jacobs, fired up the wall. Picked off, though, by LaPointe. Just inside the zone, he dangles to the near side. Tried to get a pass to go in front, couldn't do it. And it's taken back and worked up ice now by Joseph Molitor. Molitor is 1-on-4 here with Sullivan back checking on him hard and eventually rubbing him into the far side wall. A little extracurricular there after all is said and done between Molitor and Sullivan. And LaPointe comes in for Steamboat. Tries to make a move to the outside. Comes over the stick heavily. Throws a man to the ice. And the officials are letting him play here today. Now Griffin Maltby's shot. Hits off bodies in front. Doesn't make it on goal. Taken back by Chatfield for a moment. Now Sullivan takes it over again in the offensive end for your Sailors. Work to Maltby. Backdoor play there. Beautiful one to LaPointe. He picks up his own rebound and scores. Great play, though, as Griffin Maltby, with a heads-up look, did a little shot pass there to the back post. Initial stop from Fracco Hadlock was incredible as he got right to left in a hurry, but he wasn't able to control the rebound, and so it came right back out to LaPointe, who tucks it upstairs, and that's
great job just following up his own shot, not giving up on the play. That's something you really like to see.
So it remains at 4-on-4 here from the Edge Ice Arena. Looks as though new units coming out. This is going to be Curtis Maltby with Colombo. as well as Doris and Borgening on the back end. Still 4-on-4 here from the edge with just under 5 minutes to go in this game. 5-1 score now. Your Sailors on top, right to left here on KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Now big booming check. Tate Doris on the receiving end of that one. He hops right back up though. And then Kelly. Oh, wow. They're going to give Steamboat a too many men call on that. Technically, I suppose the right call, but that's a hard one. So it's going to be what would have been a power play. So what happens is the guy had exited the ice, and the man who stepped onto the ice then played the puck.
I get that, but wouldn't they have been? They were coming off the penalty kill, the 4-on-4. So wouldn't have been 5 men on the ice as it should have been?
That was a man out of the box that was stepping onto the bench. So I mean, a good call. Tough because he was 1 foot away from it. So now we've got 4-on-4 for 13 seconds, and then an abbreviated power play for Chatfield. Face off. We'll see what happens. Curtis Maltby ended up with it in his breezers, and so face off will stay inside the Steamboat end. Kind of just a weird play. I wouldn't even say that Chatfield knew it. They were kind of just clearing it up ice that way, but smart if they had sent it that way intentionally, because you know that guy's coming off, and if he's slow to get to the bench, then you could get exactly what happened. Now a shot from Chatfield. Stopped by Sumner. No rebound. Body's going down in front after the whistle. Owen Ells, the goal scorer for this Chatfield squad, out there looking for more action. 2 seconds left on this penalty against Quinn Patrick. He'll step out of the box, and it looks like he'll be immediately replaced by Mason Friedrichs. Face-off is going to be taken here by Thiel. And now Borgany takes it. Fires over to Doris. Steps up, looking for Burnson. Couldn't quite connect with him. Second effort, then third. Gets it to the neutral zone, and it'll be fired in by Ells wide of the goal. Borgany first man there. Turns and fires it right up the middle of the ice. It's going to be kept in by the Chargers. Borgany with a second effort far corner. Can't come up with it. Ells has it instead. Borgany, though, continued to fight for it and eventually gets it to Thiel, who sends it the length of the sheet. Nice job there by the penalty killers for your Sailors. Under 3:40 to go in this third period of play. 5-1 lead for the Sailors. They're right to left here on KTYV 98.9.
And Chatfield, you can tell they are just starting to get frustrated. They're just going to start throwing the bodies around, not really make some hockey plays, but they're just frustrated out here.
Shot from the blue line, stopped by Sumner. Rebound comes out, and it went under the stick there of Trevor Schnetzler, who had enough of it to slow it down. Doesn't go the length of the sheet. But Chatfield has to, once again, touch up before going back in on the attack here with just half a minute left in the power play. Dumped in on goal. Fracco Hadlock is going to just set that one up for his defenseman, Sammy Jacobs. Fires a quick pass up to Dormer. Dormer, nice little toe drag, but then he forgot the puck. It's kind of an important piece of this whole hockey thing. Now a shot from the blue line is going to be blocked down by Sumner. May have hit the side of the goal. Tough to tough from this angle. And there's Colby Beck on the far side. Getting some help from Ripley. Fired up that wall by the Chargers squad. And we're at 5-on-5 now here from the Edge Ice Arena. Sullivan picks a man's pocket, and a good job there from Chatfield doing the same thing and returning the favor. And finally, the puck squirts free to the neutral zone. So again, it seems as though Steamboat, we're 2 minutes, 18 seconds away from the conclusion of this one now. 2:15 with the whistle blowing, icing against the Sailors. It seems as though Steamboat, has continued to play the way that we've talked about. Brian and I had just a shorter little interview before today, and like I said, I know you haven't been able to catch all the games, but you've caught most of them. And Sailors always seem to play to the level of their competition. This is a team with immense amount of talent, but it's a matter of putting that together and making teams play up to them.
Yeah, it's that that catch-22 where, if you know you're the better team, sometimes you catch yourself stooping down to the level and you make errant passes, bad decisions and whatnot, and sometimes you lose a game that you're meant to win, but that hasn't happened tonight.
Still a lot of things that Coach Thiel will talk about cleaning up, though, in the future games to come, especially if this Sailors team wants to make a run in the playoffs. 94 seconds left in the game here. They're on their way to a double-digit win column. This will push them out to 10, 3-1 on the year. Want to thank Doc's Auto Clinic, Yampa Valley Bank, and Alpine Lumber, all proud supporters of Sailors Athletics, as well as Steamboat Dental Center, Mountain View Car Wash, Russell's Auto Salon, Steamboat Ace Hardware, UC Healthy, Yampa Valley Medical Center, Chris Buck at the Downtown Edward Jones office, and Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Buck is working free. Curtis Maltby just lost his stick. That's going to result in a penalty, and we'll see. I believe it'll probably be a slash, maybe a hold if he really wants to give it that.
Well, and the thing, too, is the Chatfield player, Maltby dropped his stick, but the Chatfield player slung it all the way across the sheet of ice.
That'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct then. Indeed it is. So Caden Dormer, who's had himself a heck of a game, ends up in the penalty box here for the Chatfield Chargers. And that's just one of those undisciplined calls, but he's played hard, and that only makes the job tougher to keep it,
and
keep the
he's
composure.
Frustrated tonight. He has been bodied off the puck so many times, and you can only take so much before you start getting frustrated.
Looks as though the officials having some words with each other in the last 68 seconds of play here.
Making dinner plans, obviously.
Clearly saying who's going to get the beer today. No one fell down. Suppose we'll have to go Dutch on it. It's going to be Colombo who gets it in low. McNamara jockeying for position in front of the goal. It'll be Kelly who takes it to Borgening. Back to Kelly. Seam pass now. And a one-timer from Colombo doesn't go. Hits the heel of his stick. And now McNamara is going to go as he'll get a slashing penalty here. And in the waning moments of this game, a few extra entries on the score sheet here. Grant McNamara is going to go sit for the duration of this one. So it'll be numerical even strength at 4-on-4. 51.8 seconds left here in the third period. And it looks as though Nate Kelly and David LaPointe will stay out here for the Sailors. Borgening's out there as well. Nate Kelly will exit as Doris comes out. So Colombo and LaPointe, and then Doris and Borgening. And a new centerman here for the Sailors. It's going to be Colombo. Puck is down. Chatfield wins the draw. Tries to send it in front. Dangerous play, but Sumner is aware of that one, is able to gobble it up. And he'll hang on. No rebound to speak of. 46.5 seconds left here in the third period. Thiel now hops over the bench. LaPointe is going to vacate the sheet of ice. Nate Kelly's out there as well. Colombo and LaPointe both check off here. Nate Kelly takes this one, perhaps given the opportunity here for a hat trick. He's got 2 goals already today. Borgening's going to fight his way into the zone. Followed up by Kelly, but he couldn't quite come up with it. Has to backtrack to the neutral zone. Sends a pass off to Doris. Up ice to Thiel under his stick. Goes for an icing, and he'll come all the way back to the Steamboat end. Lots of whistles here in the last couple minutes of play. We're at 4-on-4 right now. 21.9 seconds left in the game. 5-1 score. Not a lot of things are going to be decided here except for like you said, dinner, maybe. So the new 2 forwards is going to be Ripley and Sullivan. Borgening and Doris on the back end. And a false start there by Chatfield.
Chatfield has 5 players on the ice while Steamboat only has 4.
Yeah, they pulled their goalie.
That would be why.
And a shot hits off of the helmet of Sullivan. Now he picks it up, and I don't know that he realizes there's an empty net.
It's all right. I didn't either.
Here is Doris in his own zone. Takes it, another whistle with 1.2 seconds left. Okay. Let's get this face-off down. Let's call it a game. 5-1 to final when all is said and done. And that's the game. 5-1 final here from the Edge Ice Arena. Your Steamboat Sailors come in to Littleton, Colorado. They take the season series by a sweep, outscoring Chatfield 9-2 over the 2 games. So good job there from your Sailors, and we'll see them in action next week. Once again, right here on your Sailor Sports Connection. This is KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Want to thank Monica at the board dealing with us as we had some delay and lag issues there, but you dealt with us nonetheless. And then thanks, of course, to Steven, who did Cameron, Davis, who's by my side. And Davis, final thoughts?
I'm cold. Still cold.
All right. You know what that means. The game is done. The Sailors win. Back next week. This is your Sailor Sports Connection, KTYV 98.9 Sports on FM. Also on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com.
Still cold.